back ready for the third-place game of the NTC. I said to the coaches, if I was talking about Josh, I can't go wrong.
That's a pretty good point. You've got Josh Crumwitty going against Josh Zink, and a couple of good coaches, and I'm going to say young coaches because Josh Zink and I played basketball against each other when we were in high school.
Okay, we'll give you young then, all right.
So I think Josh Crumwitty is a little younger than both of us, though, as the Dieterich Moving Maroons come into this contest with a 14-8 record on the season. North Clay Cardinals are 17-6. Dieterich is the visitor in this ball game, so let's go ahead and take a look at their starting lineup of Evan Bonoff, a 5'10 senior wearing number 3. He'll be out there with Matthew Hunzinger on the perimeter. Matthews, a 6-foot sophomore, number 13. Colin Hartke also patrols the perimeter. He's a 6'2 junior, number 24. Cole Niebrugge, 6'4 junior, number 50. He plays inside for the Moving Maroons. And Derek Poole also will do some damage in the post. He's a 6'3 sophomore, number 40 for the Dieterich Moving Maroons. For the North Clay Cardinals, Josh Zink's club is 17-6 on the year. They will start at a guard, Nick Miller. He's a 6'2 senior, number 35. Tyson Jones will be out there as well. He's a 6-foot junior wearing number 2. Alan Reinhardt handles the point a lot for this club. He's a 5'10 senior, number 25. Luke Fleener, 6-foot junior, number 3, will be at a forward spot. And Caden Turner, a 6'1 junior, number 21, will patrol the post for the North Clay Cardinals in this one. Yeah, you look at it, they're a little undersized. It's no surprise to them. They've been that way all season long, but still have put up those 17 wins.
Good team. They've come such a long way in the last couple of years. I've talked before about how Josh Zink and I talked at the baseball diamond that when we were down there for a postseason baseball game at Louisville a couple of years ago, and just before he officially took the job. And he said, you know, if I got the opportunity, I'd take it. And he got it, and he did. And now there are 17 wins along this season.
Yeah, he goes back to the days of Ron Reed down at Louisville North Clay. Yeah, he played for Ron down there, so he understands what the program was like then. He was a part of a 26-2 club back in the mid-'90s that lost in a regional championship game to a 28-0 at the time to Topless Wooden Shoes by 6. So the tradition that he comes from is very strong, and you know, sometimes you got to have the Jimmies and the Joes, and sometimes you got to make the most out of the Jimmies and Joes that you have, and it's a combination of that right now for the Louisville North Clay. But you can say the same for Josh Crumwitty and his Dieterich ball club. You know, they have basically a complete turnover from the last couple of years and players that they have had, and he's done a great job of getting this group rounded into shape as well.
Yep, Josh had a good nucleus when Jeff Spacer stepped aside to concentrate on his business career, and boy, he's turned him into a dandy ball club himself.
Tip is up, and it's won by North Clay as Alan Reinhardt has it in backcourt, and we get underway. Third place game from the 84th annual NTC tournament. Turner pops out top to catch the pass. Now he leaves it with Nick Miller as they look over the 2-3 zone of the Dieterich Moving Maroons. Luke Fleener backs it out, and he says, let's set up a little something different here as they go on the side to Jones. Now out to Fleener, back to Reinhardt, to Fleener at the top of the key, to Reinhardt again. Baseline, they flip it to Caden Turner. Turner got it to Reinhardt, lost the dribble, and it's taken away by Dieterich. Now they go to the floor to try to save it, and eventually they do as Evan Bonoff got it from Cool, and it is the turnover to start the game for the Cardinals.
So man defense employed by the Cardinals, no surprise there.
Backdoor cut for Bonoff, shot blocked from behind by Reinhardt, goes out of bounds off of Louisville North Clay. So it was a great recovery from Alan Reinhardt as Bonoff snuck to the back door. Inbounds goes to Colin Hartke. He works baseline, flips up a shot, no good. Rebound, Niebrugge left that short. This rebound taken out of there by Turner. Caden Turner hands it off to Luke Fleener. He's going to bring it down to the right baseline, turns, draws a crowd. Now says everybody left, so I'm just going to pull up for this shot, but he left it short. Rebound, Cole Niebrugge. Outlet to Cool. They get it ahead to Niebrugge. Top of the key three, no good. Rebound, Tyson Jones. Jones works it over to Miller. Miller up the right side. No score. A minute 15 into the ball game as Miller took it to the free throw line. Now flips it out top to Reinhardt. Reinhardt goes over to the left side, hesitates, now drives to the left baseline, kicks it back to Miller. Free throw line jumper, no good from the elbow of the free throw line. And the rebound to Hunzinger. Hunzinger of Dieterich gets it ahead to Niebrugge, top of the key. Over on the side to Evan Bonoff. Open three, no good. Rebound loose, and Jones has it for the Cardinals. He pushes it up court underneath to Turner. Turner in the lane, and a crowd forces up a shot. No good. Rebound taken down by Dieterich as Hartke looks ahead for Kuhl. Kuhl couldn't handle the pass. He ends up on the floor, and the ball goes out of bounds, giving it back to the Cardinals on Dietrich's first turnover.
Rebound totals are going to be great the way this is going.
Teams have made it up and down the court pretty well. Still no score, though. 2 minutes into the contest. Just feeling each other out in this third-place game. High post, Nick Miller gets it over to Reinhardt, driving the left baseline, and he got a couple of hands on him, and there's a foul whistled against Dietrich.
Kuhl was holding. I think he'll get the foul. They're still sorting it out here. Haven't signaled it yet. There it is. Yeah, Kuhl picks up his first foul of the game, in fact.
So the inbounds from underneath the basket, around the perimeter for North Clay. They look inside to Reinhardt, Allen is posting up on Bonoff, got the shot above him and got it to go.
So the toughest shot yet's the one that goes in.
Alan Reinhardt with the first 2 points of the ball game, and now he's got a foul.
Holy cow. Reinhardt came over to defend and knocked Hunzinger out of bounds. So there's a foul on the Cardinals.
Hunzinger kind of looked up at him, and then Alan,
what was that about?
And Alan says sorry, and he reaches down and picked him up. It's just one of those things, I guess. Meanwhile, Dietrich triggers the inbounds from the sideline. They've got it to Hunzinger. Now out top to Niebrugge. Around to Hartke. Now Bonoff on the baseline. Right side. They go to Hunzinger at the elbow. Back in the corner. Nope, they don't, as the ball's knocked away by Reinhardt. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Dietrich, though.
Good crowds this Saturday afternoon. I've been thrilled by the number of people we've had turn out. But you're right. Winning records brings fans.
5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hartke has it out top. Looks baseline for Kuhl. Kuhl gets bumped into as he starts to make a move, and that's another foul whistled against the Cardinals.
Yep. He's now V for victory. That foul's on Tyson Jones. His first, 2 on the Cardinals.
So with 5:25 to play, inbounds for Dietrich. Out top here in the first quarter to Hartke. Now in the lane, Niebrugge up and under move, and still stuck with it. Got it to go.
Good look to you, like he's asserting himself a little more here.
A little more, yeah, I would agree. And he does have the size advantage, so why not type of deal. Now North Clay across the timeline called for travel as Reinhardt tried to get the ball to a teammate. And Josh Zink says, how'd he travel when he was dribbling and passing?
Picked up got the extra step down before the pass. That's the problem.
Second turnover for the Cardinals here in the first 3 minutes of the game. Tied at 2. Dietrich works a little pick and roll with Niebrugge. He gets inside, stops, lets the defense clear, and then puts it up and in.
This is the Cole offense for Dietrich, and he certainly does have a size advantage on most of the Cardinal kids.
Cardinals work it around the perimeter. Luke Fleener with it on the right wing. Looking inside, nothing doing, so he gets it out top to Miller. Now to Reinhardt, left side. Jones pops out top to catch the pass to Miller. Right wing 3. Got it.
Well, that's encouraging for North Clay. He had a rough game last night, so that's nice to see Nick Miller get that shot down early.
1-2-2, three-quarter court trap here for the Cardinals. Dietrich not across the timeline. Now they do throw it ahead to Kuhl. He leaves it back with Hunzinger. Hunzinger starts the offense from the top of the key. Now drives into the lane. Leans in. Shot no good. Rebound Luke Fleener. He'll bring it up court for the Cardinals. He gets across the timeline. Still nobody stopped him. He goes into the lane, so he turns and hooks up a shot, and it's good.
Tough shot.
Nobody stopped him, though, till he got about 6 or 8 feet from the basket, and then he just spun and put the hook shot up and in, and it's 7-4 in favor of Louisville North Clay.
That does help the percentages on a shot when you're 6 feet away.
Kuhl has it on the wing. Now they get it out top to Bonoff to Hunzinger.
All right. Josh Zink's getting at it. He's got the coat off now, man.
Didn't take long. 3:45 to play in the first quarter. Dietrich moving it around the perimeter against the man-to-man of Louisville North Clay. Hunzinger goes in the left corner to Bonoff. Reinhardt's right there. Lob inside to Kuhl. Tough catch, tough shot. He got it to go.
Somebody had a fistful of net anyway, so wow, nice shot by Kuhl.
Derek Kuhl's first bucket makes it 7-6. Dietrich's back within 1. They've led by 2. North Clay's led by as many as 3. 3:18 on the clock. Caden Turner's into the lane. Shot's no good, but the official said it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's an offensive foul.
Yeah, it kind of ran over Kuhl, I think. Had got himself planted. So that's 3 fouls on the Cardinals. Turner's first, Cardinals' third turnover.
3:15 on the first quarter clock as Dietrich's working it up court against the three-quarter court press. Miller got a hand on it, but Bonoff's able to recover. Now he tries to pass it up court. It's knocked loose again. They're diving all over for it. and it's finally knocked out of bounds as it was a mad scramble from the timeline back to the sideline, and it's ultimately out of bounds to Dieterich, so no turnovers either way.
Nobody established possession according to Greg Sapp, so no turnover there.
No catch. You could have reviewed it in the NFL. It still wouldn't have been a catch.
They might not have got it right anyway. I'm still a little frosted about that.
Bonoff to Niebrugge. Niebrugge feeling good. He loads up for a three, and he buries it.
He did 3 straight shots, and taking it out and hitting that'll maybe give him a little more room next time he comes down and get it inside.
Dieterich up 9-7 now with 2:35 on the first quarter clock. North play working it around the perimeter. Jones and Reinhardt playing catch. Jones has it again on the left side. Back out top to Reinhardt. Luke Fleener pops open on the right wing for three. Shot no good. Turner up for the rebound, and as he tries to control it, he's fouled.
Yeah, Caden had position. Foul on Dieterich here. Hartke, his first. 3 on the Maroons now.
Dyson Jones to trigger the inbounds. Dieterich appears to go into a 2-3 zone here. And now they pick up man-to-man after the inbound. Pass cross court, tip, and it's out of bounds off of Dieterich. Hartke got a hand on it, then Jones and Hartke kind of playing bumper cars along the sideline, and it goes out of bounds.
Hartke got the worst end of that one. He was moving, but he was moving laterally through the air.
He was a moving Maroon for sure.
Indeed.
Now a little miscommunication in the offense. North play fortunate to get the ball back as Nick Miller was looking to set a screen, and Reinhardt passed it to him. He wasn't ready for it. But the ball was tipped back to Miller. Now to Reinhardt out top. Reinhardt from the center circle. Guarded closely by Hunzinger. Bounces it for Miller out high. Now they go to Jones left wing. Backdoor cut. It's over to Miller. The lob caught by Miller, but the defense recovers for Dieterich. Outlet to Turner. Goes through his hands, but Reinhardt controls.
Kind of like the perils of Pauline.
He takes it eventually down to the right baseline. Looks in the corner for Fleener for three, and it's good.
Well, all's well that ends well for the Cardinals that trip, right?
A difficult trip, but ultimately 3 points for the Cardinals and Fleener, and they're back up 10-9. Now they've got Cool sideline trap, but he gets out of it with a dribble and a pass to Hartke. He'll take the right baseline and stick it up and in.
Boy, stalled for a minute and then just jetted down the lane. That was a nice drive.
Another lead change, 11-10 now in favor of Dieterich with 1:13 to play in the first quarter. Lob into Turner. Turner back to the basket. Double team. Got it out to Reinhardt. To Miller. 3 on the way. It's good. Nick Miller connects. He has 6, and all of a sudden, a 2-point lead for the Cardinals.
So any effects of their loss the other night, I think, have been shaken off by both these ball clubs now.
Hunzinger dribbling through the defense. Josh Zink very frustrated by that. Now they work it to Niebrugge. 3 from the wing. This time's no good, but Cool's all alone for the rebound, and he puts it up and in.
Niebrugge will want the assist.
Derek Cool with 4. We're tied at 13 with 39 seconds to play in the first quarter. Looks like North Clay is going to take their time maybe this trip. Nick Miller walks it across the timeline. The Cardinals are spread out 5 wide, but sometimes that's just their normal offense. Miller, though, still on the dribble at the center circle. Now there's a count, so he penetrates, gets it down to Jones, who loads up a 3. It's well short. 19 seconds to play in the quarter, and Cole Niebrugge grabbed the rebound. He gets it to Hunzinger, and now Dieterich is going to go for the last shot. Hunzinger flips it to Hartke. He's got just outside the center circle, drives into the lane, draws a crown, throws up a shot. It's no good, but he's fouled with 4.5 seconds to play in the quarter. Hartke will go to the line to try to give Dieterich the lead.
He's made sure they are going to get a chance to score here before the end of the quarter. Fouls on Reinhardt, Matt, and that's 2 on him already.
So Colin Hartke puts the first of 2 up. It's good. So he has 3 here in the ball game. Substitution each way. Reinhardt out into the ball game for the Cardinals as Blake Knoll, a 6-foot junior. Bonoff has a seat, and in for him is Bryce Booty. Free throw is good for Hartke. He has 4. Louisville inbounds under the basket. They get it to Fleener to the timeline to about the volleyball line. He throws up a 3. It was off the back of the rim. No good. And the first quarter comes to a close. Good third-place game at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. It's Dieterich 15, Louisville North Play 13 from the 84th Annual NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament. 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue at Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Boy.
15-13, Dieterich ball. They have the lead here to start the second quarter. Backdoor cut. Nieberg at the high post. Found Evan Bonoff cutting to the hoop, and he sticks it up and in.
Pass, basket.
So it's now 17-13. Dieterich's up by 4. That's their largest lead of the day. Louisville North Clay having a little trouble along the sideline, but Joe saves it into Knoll. No, that's not Knoll. That's Ethan Bible out top with it. He gets it to Knoll, who tried to go high post to Nick Miller. They swing it around the perimeter to Jones now as Louisville North Clay has had a couple of passes tipped, but they've maintained control. The Bible handles out top. Bonoff's all over him. Bible picks up the dribble, now got it to Miller, over to Knoll. 3 on the way from the right wing, no good. And the rebound's tapped out of bounds, last touch by Turner.
You know, for all that bouncing around and passes and slapping and all that stuff, 1 turnover for Dieterich in that first quarter, just 3 for North Clay. So, you know, they're doing okay.
Dieterich in backcourt, working against the press. They get it across the timeline. They find Hartke in the middle. He drives to the basket. Layup's too strong. Poole with an offensive rebound. It's missed, but he's fouled on the shot. They were kind of backing him out of there, and he'll go to the line for a couple.
Get that shot off, and maybe you'll draw a foul. Foul goes against Ethan Bible. His first. That's 5 on the Cardinals now in the first half. First quarter stats, Dieterich is 6 of 13. North Clay was 5 of 13. North Clay didn't go to the line. Dieterich hit both their foul shots. 3 turnovers for North Clay, 1 for Dieterich. Dieterich out rebounded North Clay 6-5. North Clay was 3 for 6 on threes. Dieterich was 1 for 4 on threes.
Poole's first free throw was good. His next one is good. Boy, this is going to be a sophomore that's tough to deal with for these NTC teams for a few years. As Poole now has 6 in the game, and it's 19-13. Lawrence Clay trying to answer. Bible gets to the right baseline, flips up a runner, no good. Nieberge with the rebound. He clears it to Hartke, who brings it up the right side. Double team, got it safely to Hunzinger. Hunzinger out top, matched up with Knoll. He gets around him, heads to the right baseline, cut off now. Got it to Kuhl out on the wing. They swing it over to the left side. Driving the baseline is Nieberge. Spin move, shot up, left it short. Rebound, Caden Turner. Here come the Cardinals. They need a bucket. They haven't scored in a while, really. They trail 19-13 here as Bible handles out top. Swings it around. They tried to get it to Knoll. Pass was tipped out of bounds by Colin Hartke. It'll stay with the Cardinals after they retrieve it in backcourt.
Austin Einhorn checks in here for Dieterich. He will give Nieberge a breather. Yeah, 4-0 Dieterich so far in the quarter, so they've been able to push his lead out to 6.
Inbounds from Tyson Jones goes in backcourt to Mr. Ian Bible. He brings it over to the right side. Now they swing it around the perimeter, and away from the ball, we've got a foul called as they're tussling inside.
Turner got cool in the battle for position. That's Turner's second, so he and Reinhardt each have 2 now, Matt, and fairly early going, and a turnover on the Cardinals.
Here comes Nick Miller in for Caden Turner to get him out of the game and through the bench with those 2 fouls. 6:09 to play in the second quarter. 19-13. Dieterich leading by 6 as they work the ball across the timeline. They beat the press down to Colin Hartke. Open for 15-footer on the baseline. No good. Offensive rebound, Hunzinger, and he sticks it up and in.
That's John him stepping inside Miller and getting that putback.
Now it's 21-13, an 8-point lead for the moving Maroons. Out top, Bible's pass is picked off by Hartke. He brings it up the left side, leans in, shot's no good, but he's fouled and heading to the free throw line for a couple.
Going to double check on the foul here. It's on Bible, so he's picked up a couple. So Bible 2, Turner 2, Reinhardt 2 for North Clay here early in the second quarter.
I believe I said Ian Bible. It was Ethan Bible. A couple of Bibles on the roster right next to each other.
Can't have too many Bibles.
Well, that's true, too. Cole Niebrugge back into the ball game. He replaces Einhorn. And back into the ball game is Alan Reinhardt with his 2 fouls and all to replace Ethan Bible. So the free throw's good. 23-13, a 10-point edge. Colin Hartke connects. Now they go inside, posting up in there was Trey Smith. He got it out of trouble with a pass to Nick Miller. Baseline jumper is good. That was a big bucket for North Clay.
Yeah, they really needed to score. That's first points in the quarter. And Miller's hit his last 3. I think they got to be looking to give him more opportunities.
Dieterich working it around the perimeter. Colin Hartke gets it on the baseline to Blake Kuhl. Long 2 is good. Or Derek Kuhl, that is. He has 8.
Miller on this end, Kuhl on that end. They had time to set, shoot, and boy, they got pretty arching jump shots, and they both swished them.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first half of action as Reinhardt shakes free, drives in the lane, picks up a runner, no good. Rebounds loose until finally controlled by Kuhl in the paint. He clears it out with a pass to Hunzinger, who crosses the timeline. Bounces it across for Bonoff. 1-3-1 half-court trap now for the North Clay Cardinals. Baseline to Kuhl. They look inside for Hunzinger, and he sticks it up and in.
Great pass.
Timeout taken by North Clay with 4:33 to play in the second quarter. Dietrich pushed the lead to 12, 27-15. We'll be back to the NTC tournament in 60 seconds on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
.433 to play in the second quarter. The Louisville North Clay Cardinals have seen Dietrich kind of steadily pull away here in the second period of action. They're up 12 now, 27-15.
Dietrich shooting over 50% from the field in the quarter. They're 4 for 4 from the line in the quarter. They have lots more rebounds in the second quarter. Been one of those golden quarters here for the Maroons.
Dietrich playing an aggressive man-to-man as Louisville North Clay works it around the perimeter. They're way out top with Knoll. Knoll sends it over to Reinhardt, left wing. Back out top to Tyson Jones. Jones to Knoll on the right side. Now to Jones on the left wing. Back out top, Reinhardt. Right side, Miller. Inside, Jones. Back to the basket. Got it back to Miller in the corner. Miller has Niebrugge flash out at him, so he takes it out to the top of the key. Now backs out to the center circle. North Clay resets as Knoll comes to get it on the left wing. Skips it to the right side to Miller. Fakes the 3. Now steps to the baseline. 2 up and good.
See, once again, dipped the shoulder, got inside the defender, hit that little baseline jumper.
Nick Miller with 10. Pulls North Clay back within 10. Dietrich with the ball. They cross the timeline. Hunzinger looks over the North Clay defense. Here comes the trap. They've got him along the sideline, but Hunzinger rifles a pass. It's tipped away and taken by the Cardinals. Spinning layup on the way from, wow, what a move by Reinhardt as he spun and stuck it up and in after the first turnover from Dietrich of the quarter.
That's finally somebody besides Miller scoring for North Clay, so they got a little mo right now.
Now Dietrich trying to answer. They got it in the corner with Kuhl. By the way, give Trey Smith credit for that knockaway that got Reinhardt the opportunity. And now he dives to the floor to get another steal. The outlet to Reinhardt. Spins into the lane. That time he traveled with it. Kind of picked it up, kept it on his hip, took a step or two, and they caught him for the travel. But it's the third turnover for North Clay. Luke Fleener back into the ball game, and Tyson Jones will have a seat for Coach Josh Zink.
Dietrich's turned it over the last 2 times. That gives them 2 turnovers this quarter and only 3 in the game.
Colin Hartke gets it across the timeline, takes it to the left side, picks up his dribble, needs some help, finds Kuhl at the top of the key. Kuhl matched up with Trey Smith. Kuhl looks to the backdoor cutting Hartke, and he got the layup to go.
I thought sure that was going to come off. And that backspin, I guess.
Hartke with 8 makes it 29-19 with 2:34 to play in the second quarter. Reinhardt across the timeline. Spins, looks at the high post. That's Smith. He fakes, now kicks it out top to Miller. He fakes the three, going to drive on the right side. Shot up, no good, but he's bumped. And Miller heads to the line for a couple.
I think Cool got him, but I want to double check. Yeah. Derek Cool second. Oh, no. Nieberg, 5-0, not 4-0. Nieberg's first. 4 now on Dieterich. 4 different kids have a foul for Dieterich.
Now, Ian Bailey is going to check into the ball game. Bailey, number 44, a 6-foot junior, sees his first action. Free throw up. Miller this time is good. So he goes 1 of 2 at the line. He has 11 now in the ball game. Makes it 29-20. Bonoff in backcourt. Gets it to Hunzinger. They flip it ahead to Hartke. Now they go to Nieberg. He passes it across for Cool, but stepping in front and getting the steal is Luke Fleener. He saves it to Bailey. Third Dieterich turnover of the quarter. And let's see if the Cardinals can take advantage as Fleener got it across the timeline. Flips it to Reinhardt. Now out top to Bailey. Bailey fakes a couple passes. Now hands it to Miller. Miller, nice hesitation move. Gets into the lane. Sticks it up and in.
Boy, defend that, he says. There's 7 in the quarter for Miller.
13 in the game, and now it's a 7-point ball game, 29-22. Dieterich pushes it up court quickly. They get it baseline to Nieberg. He slows things down and brings it back out to Bonoff to Hunzinger. Hunzinger harassed at the top of the key. Drives into the lane. Puts up a shot, and he's fouled. Hunzinger will head to the line for a couple.
Cardinals already over the limit. Fouls on Fleener, I reckon. Luke's first. Yeah, they've got 8.5 already.
So at the line, trying to settle himself down after the pace quickened, is Matthew Hunzinger. The first of 2 free throws is up and good. Hunzinger with 5 now, all of them here in the second quarter.
And that's the other factor in this game, Matt. Dietrich's going to the line a lot. That's also helped them extend this lead.
Hunzinger's second free throw is off the mark, no good. Bailey secures the rebound for North Clay. Tyson Jones came back in before that second free throw.
That's 8 foul shots for Dieterich in the first half, and that's a lot of foul shots for a first half.
Reinhardt picked up the dribble out top, but Bailey pops free to take the pass. He hands it off to Fleener, who backs it out to the center circle. Minute 18 on the first quarter clock, 30-22 in favor of Dieterich. North Clay with the ball. Jones tried to get it over on the side to Fleener. It bounced off of Hartke and then hit Fleener and then went out of bounds. So 4th turnover for the Cardinals here in this second quarter. Dieterich wants to take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second break with 1:11 to play in the second quarter. It's Dieterich 30, Louisville North Clay 22. High school basketball in the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament. 97.9 XFM.
Dieterich took the timeout. Josh Crumwitty wanted to get things just perfect for his club here. You know the kids always do exactly what the coach says after a timeout.
That's what every coach has told me.
So we'll see what they get set up. North Clay's gone to the man-to-man as they try to force it inside. The pass is tipped by Bible, but it comes back out to the moving Maroons. Somehow Colin Hartke kept it alive long enough to flip it to Hunzinger.
Little curly kneel dribble there.
Now he's in trouble, double team, but he got it safely to the Bonoff. Bonoff works it to Cool. Cool tried to make a move along the baseline, and he's called for traveling.
That's an interesting call. Again, he looked like he put the ball on the floor. 4 turnovers, each team.
47.9 seconds to play here in the half. North Clay with a chance to get a little closer here as they trail by 8. Reinhardt brings it over to the right side, now comes back towards the top of the key where he gets it to Miller. Miller puts it on the floor, steps to the baseline, shot fake, up and under move, shot, oh, it's no good. Rebound Bailey, his putback miss. This rebound Fleener, he goes up, shot's no good, and he's fouled.
Busy putting down rebounds.
Yeah.
That's about to foul now. Fouls on Derek Cool. His second. He's the first Dieterich kid to get 2 fouls.
Fleener with the free throw. It's up and good. So Luke Fleener has 6 now in the ball game. As Cool will now have a seat, and Bryce Booty replaces him. Meanwhile, Alan Reinhardt's going to take his 2 fouls to the bench for North Clay, and Bible's back out there. Free throw on the way, and this one's good. So Fleener hit them both. Give him 7 now in the ball game.
I'd say in the Fleener household, foul shots are practice.
Yes. Here's a pass, tipped out of bounds, touched last by Fleener. And along the sideline, Dieterich will try to get it across the timeline with 22.3 seconds on the clock. Sure, they'll look for the last one here. Bonoff hands it off to Mr. Colin Hartke. Matched up with Miller. Going to have to move. 10 seconds on the clock. He's picked up his dribble now, but he did find Hunzinger. Back to Hartke. 5 on the clock. They're still out by the timeline. Now here's a double team. They do get it in the corner to Bonoff. He loads up for a 2. It's well short, and the quarter comes to a close as North Clay really defended well at the end of the period.
That's some fierce defense.
So it's a 6-point game as the teams head into the locker room. Dieterich 30. Louisville North Clay 24. You're listening to the 3rd place game of the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel or Kurt Strohmeyer at 347-9697.
Pretty good 3rd place game here at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament as Dieterich leads Louisville North Clay 30-24 at halftime. Dieterich had quarters of 15 and 15 for 30. And North Clay had quarters of 13 and 11 for their total of 24. North Clay led by 3 points a few different times throughout the first quarter. Dieterich pushed the lead all the way up to 12 in the second quarter, but North Clay closed it to within 6 as the teams have headed into the locker room. 8 points apiece for Colin Hartke and Derek Cool, the lead scoring for Dieterich. 7 points from Cole Niebrugge. He was aggressive early, got those 7 in the first quarter. Matthew Hunzinger has 5 points, and Evan Bonoff with 2 here for the Dieterich Moving Maroons. Austin Einhorn has also played in the game for Dieterich. For North Clay, great first half for Nick Miller. He has 13 points, 7 points from Luke Fleener. Alan Reinhardt has 4 points, and those 3 have done all the scoring in the game thus far for North Clay. Tyson Jones and Caden Turner, Trey Smith, Ian Bailey, and Ethan Bible have all played as well for Josh Zink's North Clay Cardinals here in the first half. Again, the first half score, 30-24. Dieterich leading Louisville North Clay. If you missed it earlier today, it was a great consolation championship contest that went to the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles. They defeated Neoga 72-66. And Windsor Stew Straws fell in the opener to South Central by a score of 45-37.
A lady who may have a vested interest in this game, Susan Fleener, watching from Lombard. Saw her down at Salem the other night. William Mason says hello from Oneida, New York. You know about that Oneida silverware and flatware and all that stuff? That's them.
Okay.
And Sharon Kelton. I
appreciate using their utensils.
I don't mean William owns it. He might. Well. And then Sharon Keller's still watching, and she is watching now in Mount Carmel. She's getting around,
moving around a little bit. Yeah.
Probably going up watch the Effingham game a little later at Fairfield. Thanks, folks, for letting us know we were watching.
We appreciate that. We appreciate you listening as well out there. As we're going to take a break, come back with some halftime stats from Greg, and get you set for the second half of action of the third-place game of the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. Dieterich leads Louisville North Clay 30-24, and you're listening to it on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
Everything makes sense. My goodness. That man's work never done. At halftime in our third-place game here at the NTC tournament in Altamont, Dieterich 30, North Clay 24. North Clay shot 45% from the field, 9 out of 20, 5 of 11 in the first quarter, 4 out of 9 in the second quarter. 9 of 20 is 45%. Going to the line, well, a little. They didn't go to the line in the first quarter. Hit 3 out of 4 in the second quarter for 75%. 7 turnovers, bit of a problem. 4 in the second quarter. 9 rebounds, also a problem. But, they're getting what they can. And 3 for 7 on threes for 43%. Everybody went away from the three-pointer in the second quarter. North Clay only shot 1, and Dieterich didn't shoot a three-pointer in the second quarter. Hard to imagine a team can get through a quarter anymore without shooting a three, but it happened here. Dieterich 50% that first half, 11 out of 22, 6 of 13 in the first quarter, but 5 out of 9 in the second quarter, 11 of 22 for 50%. Good job at the line for them, too, 7 of 8. 5 Dieterich turnovers, 4 in the second quarter, though, 10 boards, so they out-rebounded North Clay 10-9. And they were 1 for 4 on threes. Again, nobody shot a three in the second quarter for the Moving Maroons. Individually for North Clay, Nick Miller keeping the ship afloat right now. He's 5 for 7 from the field, including 2 threes, and he has 1 for 2 from the line. So he's got 13 points here at halftime. No fouls, no boards. Tyson Jones missed a shot, has a foul, has 2 rebounds. Alan Reinhardt 2 for 3 from the field for his 4 points with a couple of fouls. Luke Fleener is 2 for 4 from the field, including a 3, and he's 2 for 2 from the line, so he has 7 points with a foul and 2 boards. Caden Turner's 0 for 2 with 2 fouls and 3 rebounds. And Blake Knoll missed a shot. Ethan Bible had a miss, but 2 fouls. Ian Bailey missed a shot, had 2 rebounds. 13 and 11 for North Clay's 24 points. For Dieterich, Evan Bonoff 1 for 4 from the field for 2 points. Matthew Hunzinger 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from the line, so 5 points for him with 2 rebounds. Colin Hartke 2 for 5 from the field, but 4 for 4 from the line, so 8 points with a rebound and a foul. Cole Nieberg, he started strong, didn't score in the second quarter, so he's 3 for 7, including a 3, sitting on 7 points with a foul and 4 rebounds. Derek Kuhl, 3 for 3 from the field and 2 for 2 from the line. That usually gets you more shots. He has 8 points, 2 fouls, 3 rebounds. And Bryce Booty got to play some. 15 each quarter for Dieterich's 30 points.
Thank you very much, Greg. I look over to my left and I see Denver Dukewoods having a chat with Neoga's Trevor Roy. And Altamont and Neoga somehow, some way, avoided each other in this NTC tournament. It seems like we always have an Indian battle at some point in time during the week. But this year they were able to, I guess, stay away from each other. And but a couple of good juniors there that have gone against each other time in and time out with Altamont and Neoga. But that's the neat thing. They compete hard on the court, but off the court you see these kids interacting and talking with each other. And and what's really neat to me is the championship game. The players get in for free that aren't playing in the game, that are part of the tournament, and they get to go sit on the stage. And so it's fun to see all those kids from all the towns sitting over there enjoying the championship game and wishing, boy, if we'd have only done this, we might have been there.
Yep. 7:30 tonight. St. Anthony and Altamont right here at Altamont on 97.9 and on YouTube. And Wayne showing people in Oneida, New York and China pictures of this game.
And they see that Louisville North Clay inbounds the ball to start the second half of action as Miller works it on the side to Jones. Out top to Reinhardt to Caden Turner. To Miller at the high post. He fakes a handoff. Now does give it to Fleener. Fleener looks to Turner on the right side. Turner, a couple of dribbles out to Miller for 3. Got it.
You give him a second, man, it's going down.
Nick Miller's a matchup problem for Dieterich in this ball game, and he pulls North Clay back within 3, 30-27. Breaking the press is Dieterich, though. They get it to Nieberg, and he goes strong to the basket, and he sticks it up and in.
They'd gotten away from him in the second quarter after a big first quarter, so it's nice to see him attack the basket like that, get the opportunity.
5-point ball game, 32-27, 7:15 to play in the third quarter as Jones looks for the back-cutting Fleener. Before Fleener ran over a guy, he's called for traveling. So it might have been a better outcome for Luke in that scenario.
Nothing went right. But it's out of bounds on the turnover. First on either team, obviously.
North Clay applying that 1-2-2, basically full court press. Hartke bounces it across to Hunzinger, who pushes it ahead to Kuhl. Kuhl tried to get it back to Hunzinger, but Fleener's quick hands knocked it out of bounds. It'll go back to Dieterich, though, along the sideline in front of their bench.
Man, they're pressing from the inbound play.
So, yeah, they are constantly putting pressure on you.
That end of the first half, it was like, I'll bet that would have been hard to keep your focus. They were everywhere.
Colin Hartke has it out top, got it to Hunzinger left side. Now he brings it to the center circle, over to the right side, way out. They get it. Now to Hartke on the right wing. Hartke bounces it out top to Kuhl. Kuhl did a great job of going to the ball. Now he looks inside, lobs it for Nieberg. Catch inside, reverse, goes to the other side of the basket, sticks it up and in as he's fouled.
Well, Nieberg is a strong kid. He went up and not only got the bucket, but he drew Alan Reinhardt's third foul. So that's not good news for the Cardinals starting this second half. And down goes Reinhardt.
So, into the ball game is Blake Knoll. 34-27 the score as Dieterich goes to the free throw line. Shot is up and no good, so no three-point play, but it is still a 7-point advantage for Dieterich as the rebound is pulled down by Nick Miller, and he hands it off to Fleener, and Louisville North Clay walks somewhere. Fleener just got it across the timeline.
That's right.
Fleener now bounces it over to Knoll. Right corner 3 off the mark, and it bounces up and over the backboard, and it'll go out of bounds to Dieterich.
It eventually hit the floor. It took a while.
I was wondering if it was going to get caught up in there. It can do that here at Altamont, get caught in the basket support system.
Kind of like mousetrap.
Yeah.
It caught up there and never come down.
Dieterich trying to get it across the timeline. They do with a pass to Bonoff. He's trapped on the sideline, but dribbles out of it. Now looks inside. That's Nieberg again. Cole sticks it up and in. He has 13.
Real good look by Bonoff to get him the ball.
Now here's a quick 3 from Tyson Jones. 1 pass and a 3. Jones has his first points of the night, and it pulls the North Clay Cardinals back within 6. 30-second timeout taken by North Clay with 5:56 to play in the third quarter. You're listening to NTC Action on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament. 97.9 XFM.
.36-30 the score with 5:55 to play in the third quarter. Dieterich's going to bring it across the timeline, basically uncontested. They bounce it to Harkey. Harkey will get it across the line, matched up with Miller now. Leaves it out there with Niebrugge. Over to Poole, now to Harkey. He's on the right wing. Miller's right there with him. He finds Bonoff, top of the key. Three is off the mark. Didn't touch anything as it sails out of bounds.
First missed shot in the second half.
Well, yeah.
By either team.
36-30 the score as North Clay's trying to cut into it again. Cade Turner gets it at the top of the key. Over to Fleener. Three from the wing. That's no good. The bounce is high off the backboard, and it's grabbed by Niebrugge. He gets it safely to Harkey, rather. Harkey swings it back up to Hunzinger. Hunzinger in the left corner looks for Niebrugge. Stops, pops, 10-footer a little strong. Rebound. Blake Knoll has it, and then he's fouled. You can take your choice of a couple of moving Maroons.
Cool got it. His third. Nobody else has more than one for Dieterich, but Cool now with three. So down he goes.
Yeah, Austin Einhardt going to play some minutes here for the Dieterich Moving Maroons again in the second half. I believe he was the only substitution they made in the first half of action. I don't remember anybody else being out there.
Booty played a little,
didn't he? That is right. Bryce Booty did get in there. Thank you.
You bet.
Meanwhile, North Clay brings it up court. Fleener leaves it out top with Miller. Nick finds Tyson Jones on the wing. They go out top to Knoll. His pass to the side intercepted by Harkey. Fleener got back to block the shot, but he got a whole lot of Harkey as well. And Harkey heads to the line for a couple.
Second turnover on North Clay. Second foul on Luke Fleener. Second on North Clay in the half.
So with 4:52 on the third quarter clock, seems like the clock is stopping a lot lately. Free throw is up and no good. Harkey missed it off to the left.
Wind.
He'll put this one up. It's a little strong, no good off the heel of the rim, and Nick Miller has the rebound for North Clay. Josh Zink says, run it, run it, run it, as he puts his finger in a circle. Cardinals working it around the perimeter. Fleener has it right wing. Bounces it inside to Turner. Turner cuts to the basket. Wide open layup is good.
Oh, he says, hey, look, there's no one here. So down he went, laid it up and in.
I wondered how that happened. Josh Crumwitty really wondered how that happened. But his team still ahead 36-32, but North Clay just methodically kind of chopping into that lead now. Eagles. Maroons drive into the lane with Hunzinger. Ball got knocked loose, but it went right to Cole Niebrugge, and a couple of Cardinals were there, and the foul's whistled on a reach-in.
2-1 actually. Turner, that's his third. So Reinhardt and Turner each have three now for the Cardinals, and Cool has three for Dieterich.
And Bonoff will be the trigger man as they line up in 1-4 low. They do lob it out top to Niebrugge. Niebrugge sets a screen for Bonoff, who pops out to the wing and buries the three.
Looks good from the time it left his hand.
That set play worked out pretty well, I'd say, for Dieterich. They're up 39-32 as Bonoff has his fifth point of the night. Now a lob inside for Turner. Pass led him a little deep. He's hassled down there and eventually dribbled it on the baseline. And turnover, the third for the Cardinals.
It's been pretty well shot second half so far. I think I mentioned earlier, two trips ago was the first miss. Both these teams shooting well out of the gate.
Dieterich swings it out top to Harkey. Long two from the top of the key, left it short. Rebound bounces out to Fleener. Fleener brings it up the right side. Spins, gets into the lane, leans in. Shot is up, no good, but he will go to the line for a couple.
Nice move inside. At least he got a shot out of the deal.
Boy, you got to get creative sometimes. The way these two teams are playing defense.
Yes, sir. Hunzinger got that foul. His first. Dieterich just has a couple so far here in the second half.
Fleener's free throw on the way is good. So he has 8. That matches his tournament total.
Yeah, he finally got some points in their game last night. And turning it up better here today.
This free throw up is good, so gives him 9. Makes it 39-34 with 3:25 to play in the third. Dieterich with the ball and the lead. North Clay picks up in a 1-3-1 half-court defense as Bonoff has it out top. Tries to bounce it across, and the pass is tipped by Miller, taken by Turner. Turner into the lane is bumped, and a foul is called. They're going to call that an offensive foul. Caden Turner called for the offensive foul on that play. Wow.
That was a surprise. The official's convinced. I might be the only one in the gym, though.
I admit that he might have leaned towards the defender, but there was contact definitely coming.
Well, and the worst of it, it's Turner's fourth foul, and then they have a chance to get him out of the game.
Now, Dieterich works it around the perimeter. They were looking to lob it into Nieberg, and if they would have got it there, he would have been wide open. But Bonoff, in his anxiety to get him that pass, took an extra step and got called for traveling. So Dietrich's second turnover.
And now Turner did get out of the game, and they've got Bible back in.
Trey Smith is out there, number 20.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's who it is. I'm sorry.
Okay. I didn't know if they made 2 changes while I had my head down. Meanwhile, out top, steal by Hartke. He drives to the basket and lays it up and in on the 4th turnover for North Clay. There was a lot of contact under there. Both coaches wanted to call. Neither of them got it. Fleener with it on the right side. On the side to Knoll. Back to Fleener. Baseline to Knoll. Fires a 3. Big bucket for North Clay. Blake Knoll buries it, and it makes it 41-37.
Dieterich tries to put a little space between them and North Clay, and here comes somebody with a big basket for the Cardinals.
Einhorn in the lane to Nieberg. Shot rolls out no good, and Smith grabs the rebound. He battles hard inside for North Clay. He's given up a lot of size, but he got the board. They get it to Fleener. Fleener goes baseline, drives for a shot, and a foul's whistled on Einhorn. Will it be on the shot or on the floor? Oh, he does indicate 2 free throws on the way.
Yeah, Hunzinger. That's why I was waiting, Matt. Hunzinger's second foul. That's 3 on Dieterich in the half.
Free throw up for Fleener is good. Give him 10 as he's in double figures, as well as Nick Miller with 16, but they have 26 of the 38 for North Clay.
That's 4 fouls on Dieterich now.
This free throw bounces around, but it does drop through. Fleener with 11. Cuts it to a 2-point ball game, 41-39.
So what was the biggest lead, 9? 12. Here we are, 2.
Hartke has it out top. North Clay always scrambling. Hartke got it to Hunzinger. Baseline jumper from 10, good. Matthew Hunzinger hits a nice little shot to push the lead back to 4. Fleener, though, spots the lane to the basket, leans in, shot off the glass is good.
Use that glass.
Luke Fleener with 13 as he answers for the North Clay Cardinals, and now there's a steal. Miller stole the cross-court pass, lays it up and in. He's fouled from behind by Hunzinger, and this game is tied, and North Clay has a chance to take the lead.
I don't know, that 4th foul might have lit their fuse. They're really rolling now.
Blake Cool is going to come into the ball game to give Einhorn a break.
And Hunzinger gets his 3rd foul there, Matt.
And here comes Booty in to replace him. So Bryce Booty and Blake Cool. I keep saying Blake Cool. I don't know why.
There was.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
It's Derek Cool. Free throw, no good for Miller, but grabbing the rebounds was Jones, but he went up so high and his momentum was carrying him out of bounds, and he stepped on the baseline. It'll go to Dieterich.
He can leap.
Man, it seems like everybody can, doesn't it?
Yeah.
43-43 the score. They trap along the sideline. Bonoff's pass is tipped by Jones. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Dieterich.
Bigger, faster, sharper, right?
Oh.
That's the way it is.
Feldick. Hartke flips it in backcourt. Got it to Bonoff. Get pass to Hartke.
Saturday afternoon.
Man. Bonoff to Booty. They go in the lane to Hartke. He fell down with it, and North Clay takes it away. Smith with the steal, leaves it with the driving Nick Miller. He sticks it up and in.
That's 7 1/4 for Miller, boy. He has been a load for North Clay today.
North Clay takes the 2-point lead. Dieterich takes the timeout with 58.1 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's a 60-second break as North Clay leads Dieterich 45-43. High school basketball action in the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
All righty. Well, what a turnaround in this game.
I tell you, it was a 12-point lead at one point in time for Dieterich in the second quarter. It was a 6-point game to start the second half. Dieterich is now down 2. North Clay has rallied and taken the lead. The moving Maroons push it up court. Poole has it in the corner. Gets it out top to Bonoff. Slings it across the way to Booty. Booty on the left side. Looks in the corner for Evan Bonoff now on the left side. Back out to Booty. Booty gets a screen from Niebrugge. Takes it in. Shot is blocked by Jones. Rebound comes loose, but Fleener secures it for the Cardinals. So now with 30 seconds left, North Clay can maybe hold to the last one or see if they get a good one. They spread it out. 5 out. Miller with it in the center circle, and then they're in the corners. Miller has Niebrugge on him. Niebrugge's close enough to force a count, so Miller starts to move. Drives into the lane. Now he swings it right back out top. 8 seconds on the clock, and Miller will start all over again. Goes to the left side, spins back, leaves it with Fleener. Right wing 3, got it! Luke Fleener with 16, and he buried the 3 to end the quarter as now Louisville North Clay takes a 48-43 lead into the final period of action.
9 in the quarter for Fleener.
Oh, what a third-place game we've got between North Clay and Dieterich, and you're listening to it on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
(48-43). North Clay has their largest lead of the ball game after Luke Fleener hit that 3 to end the third quarter. Dieterich ball, though. They're looking at the trap. Poole has it in the corner, gets it out to Bonoff. Bonoff skips it around the perimeter. Now, oh, what a great pass from Hartke inside to Kuhl, and Kuhl sticks it up and in.
That's Kuhl's first shot in the second half. They got to work to get him more shots.
He's still in double figures, though, with 10 points. Makes it 48-45, 7:34 on the clock.
He hasn't missed a shot in the game.
Oh, wow. Working into the paint is Nick Miller. Miller matched up with Niebrugge, and Niebrugge picks up the foul.
Cole called for his second. That's 5.5 on Dieterich.
Bonoff heads to the bench, and he might have a contact out of place or something like that. Bryce Booty is checked in for him. Lob goes all the way out top to Nick Miller. He looks for Fleener. Oh, they might have had Jones inside. Fleener didn't like the look. He went to Miller, now to Jones, who popped out on the wing. He's trying to drive in on Booty. And contact, ball knocked loose, but Knoll is there to recover it for the Cardinals, and they settle things back down.
Good defense by Dieterich there, doubled him and prevented his trip down the lane.
They try to lob it for Miller. The ball tipped away by Hartke and finally picked up by Kuhl. First turnover of the quarter for the Cardinals, and Dieterich could possibly tie this game if they get a three-point play. Holding it out top is Colin Hartke. He flips it back to Hunzinger. To Hartke again, left side. Now to Hunzinger into the lane. Shot off the glass. Good. What a strong move by Matthew Hunzinger. The 6-foot sophomore has 9, and it's a one-point contest, 48-47.
Sure not the biggest kid, but boy, what a nice job of attacking a basket.
North Clay has it with Fleener. He takes it all the way down to the right baseline. Now it's picked up his dribble, needs some help, and we've got a timeout coming from Josh Zink. That's where the help came from. With 6:32 to play in the fourth quarter, it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. North Clay 48, Dieterich 47 at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
North Clay got into a little bit of a trouble. They were a little out of sync. Josh Zink said, I got a few timeouts, so I'm going to use one here with 6.5 minutes to play.
Just quick mention, they had taken Evan Bonoff to the training room. He's back now along with Dietrich's assistant coach, so everything's good now, I think.
Fleener loads up for a three. Oh, it rattled out, no good, but Ian Bailey went after the rebound, tracked it down in the corner. Booty then knocked it away, but it's out of bounds off of Dieterich. And speaking of Bonoff, he's back into the ball game, replacing Booty.
So whatever was the matter, they got it repaired.
That's good. I don't want to see anybody miss this action for some sort of injury or anything.
You bet.
Jones with it, top of the key, loads up for a three. It rattles around and drops through.
How about that?
Tyson Jones has knocked down 2 threes in the second half. He has 6 in the game, and it's 51-47, a 4-point lead for the Cardinals.
So that wins for the longest shot time-wise.
Dieterich, nice look underneath to Kuhl. He draws a crowd, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Fleener again for the Cardinals. He's across the timeline with it as he sets the play. 1-4 high. Now they back down to a 1-4 low. Popping out to get it is Bailey. Bailey holding high. Now got it across. Ooh, dangerous pass, but Trey Smith comes up with it, and he sends it to Knoll. Knoll holds. Now bounces it over to Smith. He takes the baseline. Ball knocked loose from behind. Smith gets it back, though, and sends it back out top to Fleener.
I thought he passed it to himself there for a minute.
Yeah, someone got a hand on it, I would think. Jones with it, left side to Knoll. To Fleener. Almost got caught in the air, but found Bailey at the last second. They go to Knoll, now to Fleener. Fleener sweeps into the lane, kicks it out to Bailey. A long two is a little strong. Rebound to Colin Hartke. He's going to bring it up court with 5 minutes on the fourth quarter clock. Dieterich trailing by 4, and they go into a 1-4 low. Hartke penetrates, gets it in the corner to Hunzinger. Shot for 3 is short. Rebound on the floor, Kuhl. He elects to flip it up from his knee. That shot no good. But Nieberge grabs the rebound, and his shot rolled off no good. Fleener grabbed the rebound this time for North Clay. Couple of looks at it there for Dieterich. No bucket, though. Fleener to the right side. North Clay still leading by 4. Bailey to Jones. Jones left side 3. Good. Tyson Jones has hit 3 threes in the game, and the lead is now 7.
All since halftime.
54-47 with 4:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Hartke out top in the center circle, matched up with Bailey. He drives to the right side, now hesitates, top of the key, looks underneath the Kuhl. Shot blocked, but Jones got him, and it will be a couple of free throws for Kuhl.
Kuhl went up strong. Jones might have got there a little late. So he's called for his second foul, and that's 5 now in the half, Matt, on North Clay.
I think he was clean up top. I think the indication was the body got him. Free throw on the way is good. So Derek Kuhl has 11 now in the ball game. Substitutions, 3 of them. Knoll, Smith, and Bailey all check out, and boy, do they get a well-deserved hand from the North Clay faithful. As back in is Miller and Reinhardt and Caden Turner, as they've got the starting 5 in again for North Clay. Free throw for Cool this time is off the mark, no good. The rebound to Nick Miller. He hands it to Alan Reinhardt, who will get it up court, leaves it with Miller to Jones left wing. Jones looks for Fleener out top. Now they swing it to Reinhardt, right side. Back out top, Miller. Fakes the three, drives around a man. Scoop layup, too strong. Rebound in a crowd. That's Reinhardt. Somehow he got in there and gets the bucket up and in.
Nice putback.
56-48. Now Hartke around the perimeter. And a foul is called as he got around his man and fell down.
Miller,
Officials say it was a bump from Miller that caused caused him to fall down.
First foul on Nick Miller in the game. 6 now. So the next one would give Dieterich a bonus.
Bryce Booty back out of the lineup for Dieterich. Evan Bonoff back in. He and Hartke play catch. Hartke's now double teamed. He fires it across the lane. Tyson Jones just jumps up and steals it. First turnover, though, for Dieterich. Jones, though, brings it up court. He loses it. Taken away by Dieterich. Their second turnover. Now Cool tried to get it to Bonoff as he got across the timeline, and it hits off of Bonoff's foot or leg out of bounds, and it's their second turnover. And now we've got a timeout taken to settle things down by Dieterich. 3:25 to play in the fourth quarter. It's North Clay 56, Dieterich 48. You're listening to the NTC Tournament third place game on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Real quick, I want to mention the third quarter stats. Dieterich was 6 of 11 from the field. That's better than 50%, and they got outshot.
Wow.
North Clay was 8 of 10, 80%. North Clay was 4 for 5 from the line. Dieterich was 0 for 3. That hurt. And North Clay had a 6-1 rebound edge in the third quarter.
North Clay has the ball. They lead 56-48. That margin is the largest of the game for the Cardinals. Handling it out top is Nick Miller. Miller penetrates, now sends it in the corner to Turner, who skips it out front to Reinhardt. Reinhardt had to save it from an over and back violation. He threw it back to his side of the court. Hartke, though, was there to get it, and then he's fouled from behind by Turner.
Third turnover, followed by the foul, and that's 5 on Caden Turner. He's done for the day.
He had already headed to the bench, and coming in to replace him is Trey Smith. And so Dieterich, out of that exchange, the turnover, then the foul, they get to go to the free throw line, and a 3:05 to play, that could be big.
Caden Turner ends up 1 for 3 from the field, but he did have 3 rebounds to go with it, 2 points.
Free throw on the way. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Colin Hartke. He has 9 now in the ball game. That makes it 56-49. Dieterich within 7.
And Dieterich getting the foul shots now that North Clay got in the third quarter.
And that one's up and good. So Hartke now in double figures with 10. 6-point ball game. Reinhardt weaves through the Dieterich defense as he dribbles it up court across the timeline out to Miller. Miller in the center circle has Hartke on him this trip. They spin it to Reinhardt right side. Reinhardt looking. Now gets it out top to Fleener. 2:45 and counting on the fourth quarter clock. Fleener tried to work around Hunzinger, and Hunzinger reached up and got a hold of him.
That's his 4th. So he's walking the tightrope. That's still just 6. Commons out.
Booty's going to come in to replace Hunzinger here, so he gets off the tightrope for a little bit. And Tyson Jones will be the trigger man as he goes into backcourt to Nick Miller. Miller's picked up, this time by Niebrugge. He gets it over to Smith, left side. Out top to Jones. Jones holds. Bonoff right there with him. Finds that. That's Miller out there with it. Niebrugge picks him up again. Miller crosses over, gets into the lane, draws a crowd, has a little trouble with it, but left it with Reinhardt. Reinhardt looks baseline. Jumper for Smith. Good.
So the substitute comes right in, doesn't he?
as his first 2 points of the ball game with 2:15 to play. North Clay's back up 8, 58-50. Dieterich swinging it around the perimeter. Skip pass over to Harkey. He takes the left baseline. Double team comes from Fleener. Shot no good. Rebound Cool. He puts it up and in as he fouled.
He had no room to get that shot in, and he did. That's a nice effort. Good putback.
How creative.
Mm-hmm.
And acrobatic and strong and
all that stuff.
Now,
Nieberge on the foul. That can't be right.
No.
That can't be right. Foul's on Luke Fleener, his third.
Nieberge checks out. Free throw for Cool is around and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Nick Miller. He hands it off to Reinhardt, who's working on Booty. Gets it across the timeline, now to the free throw line. Looks to the baseline for Miller. Miller just brings it back out top.
Hunzinger's back for Nieberge for Dieterich.
Handling it out on the perimeter is Jones. Jones crosses over, gets into the lane, leaves it with Reinhardt, puts up a shot in the crowd, no good. Rebound taken down by Hunzinger.
He was too open.
Minute 32 to play in the fourth quarter. 58-52, a 6-point ball game with a minute and a half. Harkey has it knocked loose, but he recovers along the sideline. Steps over a North Clay defender. Now Smith knocks the pass loose, but he knocked it right out to Bonoff. Top of the key three, good.
Well, that was huge.
Dieterich takes the timeout as they get 3 points after a busted play, but they'll take them however they get them. And it's North Clay 58, Dieterich 55. We'll be back to the third place game of the National Trail Conference Tournament in 30 seconds on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
A minute and 11 to play in the third place game of this 84th annual National Trail Conference Tournament. Every game has been competitive today. These kids have come out and laid it all on the line. And, yeah, if you're not in the championship game, what's it mean? No, that's not the case today at all.
8-point game, 6-point game. This is a 3-point game. And that 6-point game was more like a 3-point game. And the 8-point game was pretty special, too.
Dieterich applying the full court pressure. North Clay gets the ball inbounded to Miller, ahead to Fleener. Fleener crosses the timeline and now circles it back out top. 1:11 to play. Fleener again on the dribble. Goes baseline. Leans in. Tough shot. No good. Rebound tipped and taken by Cool. Cool got the outlet to Bonoff. Bonoff brings it across the timeline under a minute to play.
They don't have to be in a hurry. That's the thing.
3-point ball game. Harkey working it across the top of the key. Leaves it with Bonoff. Bonoff picked up by Miller. Now back to Harkey. Sees a double team come. Skip pass to Bonoff. Bonoff has a defender fly by. Now he takes the three. Left it way short. Jones grabbed the rebound, and they called a jump. Boy, is a quick whistle on the jump. Tyson Jones was a little upset by that. But it is going to be North Clay ball with the possession arrow here with 37.8 seconds to play. Jones looking to get it in. Now coming to it is Nick Miller. He gets it to Reinhardt, who crosses the timeline. Reinhardt has it poked away from behind by Booty, but it goes into the North Clay bench. So with 32.9 seconds left, it's still North Clay ball along the sideline. Kind of towards the timeline there. Jones looking to get it in, looking. Now tries to flip it to Fleener, who stays on his side of the court after he touched it, and now Josh Zink didn't like the way that was unfolding, so he'll take the timeout. It'll be a full timeout with 29.3 seconds to play. It's North Clay 58, Dieterich 55 in the third place game of the 84th annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Boy, it's been a chess match here in this final few minutes of this ball game. North Clay made the big run to take the lead, push the lead all the way up to 8. Dieterich has chipped away at it to pull back within 3 with 29.3 seconds left. It's North Clay ball, basically at the timeline in front of the scorer's table, and each team has one timeout, right, Greg?
Mr. Charles Niehaus has confirmed that each team has one left. Thanks, Charlie.
Get the feeling that could be critical yet in this ball game.
Absolutely. One possession game.
Inbounder is Jones. Like I said, right at the timeline. He's looking, popping free is Smith. Smith is going to be fouled quickly by Blake Poole. So Trey Smith, a 5'10 senior who's given North Clay a lot of good minutes here in this ball game off the bench, goes to the line for a big 1-on-1 opportunity.
Just in case you're thinking maybe 4 more minutes after this period's over, that's 4 on Cool. So he and Hunzinger each out there with 4 now for Dieterich.
Free throw on the way. Off the heel of the rim, no good, but the rebound is taken by Miller. Miller secures the rebound. And
why do we have a whistle?
I think the official heard timeout from somewhere. And
I think you're right.
And it was not coming from the North Clay bench.
Inadvertent whistle.
Yeah.
Or inadvertent something.
So now North Clay does get it inbounded in backcourt to Miller. So we're basically where we were. Miller dribbling, but finds defenders coming at him. Got it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt had it poked loose, but Miller's there to pick it up. And now Hunzinger does commit the foul with 13.8 seconds left. It looked like they didn't want to foul Miller if they could avoid it, but they got to the point where they were just running out of time.
Yeah, down to 14 because that's all for Hunzinger now. He got the foul. That's his 5th. So each team's lost a player now to fouls.
13.8 seconds left. At the line, Nick Miller for a 1-on-1 opportunity. He has 20 in the game, puts the free throw up, and it's good. That makes it 21 for him, and now, most importantly, it's a 4-point ball game with 13.8 seconds left. Dieterich does have a timeout, though. If they score quick, they can stop the clock. Miller's free throw rattles around, and it's good. It's a 5-point game. Booty pushes it up court. Gets it to Bonoff. Bonoff brings it out top. They got to be more in a hurry, and Bonoff's pass is stolen by Miller. He loses it, but gets it back. He's trying to avoid Dieterich moving Maroons. Now it's knocked loose, but it's right at the buzzer, and North Clay comes away with the victory, 60-55 over the Dieterich moving Maroons, and another great game at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. Hard fought till the end.
This may be the best Saturday session I can remember.
It's been a good one. All 3 games competitive.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, and we hope the fun continues tonight with St. Anthony and Altamont playing for the championship. That one will come your way. What are we going to do? The pregame show around 7:15, 7:20?
Fine. 15.
All right.
There will be much to discuss.
7:15 for your pregame show tonight. 7:30 the tip-off. Let's stay here for the trophy presentation as they will recognize each of these teams.
Because we're both looking at being in the championship game. You're here, and then both of you, both schools and your fans were able to draw the energy to compete at the level you competed today. Speaks a lot for both of you. You have a lot to be proud of. Dieterich, I saw for the whole tournament. It's like playing a closed fist. You guys are impossible. You never, ever quit. You never give up. That's going to serve you well. Gentlemen, congratulations on a very well-played tournament. Good luck to you the rest of the way. North Clay, 3rd year here. Every year you move down the ladder. Congratulations to you. We're going to see you back there in a week, but for now, Captain, you please come forward and receive your 3rd place certificate.
So they get Miller and Reinhardt out there. They pick up the plaque for 3rd place.
And that is right. It will be a week from now, the rescheduled game with Altamont and North Clay. That one's one that got weathered out earlier in the year, so they will play here next Saturday night. I think that could be very entertaining as well. Let's take a break. We'll come back with the stats from this one as North Clay claims the third place title with a 60-55 victory over the Dieterich Moving Maroons at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Have you been into Favorite Things in downtown Effingham recently? Well, they have so many new items to check out, from gourmet food items, a huge selection of home decor and accessories, gifts for any occasion, including weddings and baby showers. If you need it, Favorite Things will have it. Check them out at 302 West Jefferson in downtown Effingham. Open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, Saturdays from 10 to 3. Follow Favorite Things on Facebook and Instagram, or shop online at favoritetingseffingham.com.
At Niemer's Employee Christmas Party, we honored Becky Howard, Connie Levitt, and Kathy Walk for 35 years of service, and Connie Berg, Sherry Kinkler, and Sandy Will for 30 years of working here at Niemer's. Their friendly service has helped make Niemer's a success for many years. Remember to bring those gift cards and red envelopes to Niemer's. During January, our employees really appreciate the chance to serve you drizzling chicken with shrimp, marmalade burgers, bourbon glazed pork chops, and Iowa premium ribeyes.
Most people understand the need for life insurance, but not many want to talk about why it's essential for your financial plan. It may seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Don't get overwhelmed. Get started with Country Financial. Call Tammy Douthit today at 347-5313, and she can work with you to find a life insurance that gives you the protection you need at a price you can afford. Life insurance policy issued by Country Life Insurance Company and Country Investors Life Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Your team works hard year-round to have a successful season. Shouldn't your bank do the same? Midland States Bank, in business since 1881, currently provides over 55,000 ATM locations and extended customer care hours. They're large enough to service almost any customer, yet community-based to service any size of banking needs. Midland offers innovative products like instant issue debit cards and My Card Rules, an easy way to freeze and unfreeze your debit card should it become lost or stolen. Midland States Bank is here to guide you to success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
They work on clearing this gym, and they'll get things all spruced back up and get set for the championship game tonight, again at 7:30. Altamont taking on St. Anthony for the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament Championship. Again, our broadcast will begin at 7:15 this evening with the pregame show. But a lot to talk about from this third place game, as it was another thriller today. All three games of this morning to afternoon session provided a lot of entertainment for big crowds that came out to enjoy the contest, as North Clay had quarters of 13, 11, 24, and 12 for their total of 60. Dieterich had quarters of 15, 15, 13, and 12 for their total of 55 in this one. North Clay was led by Nick Miller's 22 points. Luke Fleener with a big game. He added 16, 9 for Tyson Jones, 6 for Alan Reinhardt, 3 for Blake Knoll, 2 for Trey Smith, and 2 for Caden Turner. Ian Bailey also played, as did Ethan Bible in this contest for the Cardinals. The Dieterich Moving Maroons, they had a balanced attack, that's for sure. 13 points from Cole Niebrigge, 13 points from Derek Poole, 10 for Colin Hartke, 11 for Matthew Hunzinger. Evan Bonoff finished with 8 as the starting 5 did all the scoring in this one for Dieterich. Austin Einhorn saw action, as did Bryce Booty for the Dieterich Moving Maroons, who are now 14-9 on the season. North Clay Cardinals improved to 18-6 on the year, as Josh Zink's crew picks up a big victory for the third place title here at the NTC tournament. Other scores today at the NTC. First game, 11:30 contest, was won by South Central over Windsor's Two Straws by a score of 45-37. It was then St. Elmo Brownstown defeating Neoga in the consolation championship game 72-66 in what was a good ball game. And then we will talk, and then in this game, in the third place game, final 60-55, North Clay with the 5-point victory. Got a high sign from Josh Zink. I believe he's indicating that he will be up in a little bit, but that gives us time to go to Greg Sapp for some post-game stats.
All right, thank you, Matt. Final score again, North Clay 60, Dieterich 55. Really good ball game. North Clay, both teams shot 50% from the field. Boy, you like that. North Clay 54% on 21 of 39, 9 for 20 the first half, 12 for 19 the second half, and that 8 for 10 third quarter. That was the difference maker. 21 of 39 for the game, 54%, 9 for 12 from the line, 75%, 9 of 16 on threes, 56% on their threes, 14 turnovers, 7 each half, 20 rebounds, not a lot of misses, so not a lot of rebounds. Dieterich shot 50% in this game on 21 of 42, 12 out of 17 from the line, 12 turnovers, 15 rebounds. So Cardinals had a 20 to 15 rebound edge. Dieterich 3 of 9 on threes. Hey, Josh Sings here.
Hey, Greg.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Real happy about that.
Mercy. So first half, it's kind of going along. Yeah. You guys exploded in that third quarter.
Yeah, had to. We tried to pick up the pressure some. Dieterich's such a tough out. You know they're going to be here no matter if you're leading or if they have the lead. They're going to try to extend it. And so the third quarter, we really pressed a lot harder. Not so much a pressing game, but just pressured the ball a lot and tried to get in the passing lanes. And, boy, it helped out. Sure did. And we started rebounding the ball.
Yeah.
We didn't rebound at all that first half. I told the boys, excuse me, we're down 6 at halftime. We haven't rebounded the ball at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so we really focused on picking up the pressure and rebounding the basketball.
You are always looking at offense as the keys to things, and that's not always fair. Nick Miller, though, kept you afloat in that first half.
Yeah. Nick is such a great ball player, but he's even a better kid. He really is. I mean, I wish I had Nick for another 4 years. Thing is, with Nick, he was a guard his whole life, and so then he hit a growth spurt about his sophomore year, and so now we have the luxury of bringing him out, and then that brings a big guy out too, and they struggled with that a little bit too, and especially if we can get in the bonus, and then we can bring him out, we're even better, because a lot of times the bigger guys can't hang with him dribbling and then get into the basket, and then we can hopefully get a couple free throws out of it at least.
So 11 when a big can help you with the ball.
Yes.
A lot of heroes, though. Tyson Jones, 3 big threes in the second half.
Yes. The difference, I'm not going to say the difference between tonight and Saturday night, or the other night, but the difference is we started making shots. Sometimes we struggle making shots. We always try to play defense, and they had, I think, I had a 15-point quarter, early there, and that really bothered me. We'd like to try to keep it to single digits, just like everybody else would, but then that really got me, because all of a sudden they were really doing whatever they wanted, and it was really based on rebounds. They'd rebound the ball like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we made a nice little adjustment there at halftime, but Dieterich, those guys just never go away. We got the lead, and I was talking to Josh earlier before the game, and of course I watched the game last night, and I felt like Dieterich was right there if they could have just got over the hump once.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually that's what we did tonight. We got over the hump once, and then were able to kind of play our game, take some time off the clock, and just really happy for the guys. And we talked about it the other day, Greg, that we really got slayed the other night. I mean, that was not a shocker because you're playing a great team, but it was like an eye-opener for us. And I think I told you, we're just not quite to that level yet, but we're still building and trying to get there. And the most important thing we talked about the other night was how do we respond today?
Yeah.
And I thought we responded great. First half, not so much, but the second half, the kids fought. We made shots. And in order to beat a good Dieterich team, you got to do those things.
And you hit threes. You were 9 of 16 on your threes.
Great. Well, I had no idea that we were that good. Normally, I don't like to shoot a whole lot of threes.
Yeah.
We don't have great shooters, but Luke Fleener really played well. He got to the basket. He made a couple threes. Blake Knoll now comes in off the bench, and I told Blake, you shoot it when you get it, because he's a good shooter.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of teams he'd be starting, and we don't really care who starts, though. I mean, these guys are unselfish. They're good kids. I'm just so proud of them. I mean, we're 3-0 in third-place games. Now next year, we got to move up. We want to be 3-0 in the championship games, but we're building, Greg.
And Jerry Kachuk talked about that when he made the trophy presentation down there. He says, you're moving up each year.
We are. I'm really excited about where we're at. I mean, that's 18 wins, coming into the year. If you would have said we got third place in the National Trail Conference tournament and we're 18-6 at that point, I would have just been thrilled, and I am thrilled. I'm just really excited for my guys. I'm excited for our crowd that drives all the way up here, snow, sleet, and we have a lot of support down in Louisville these days.
It's nice to see these big crowds on a Saturday. I told Matt this may be the best Saturday session I can remember.
Yeah. Well, that's right there. What you saw to me are two evenly matched teams.
Yeah.
We play again next week. It could go the other way. I have a lot of respect for Josh. I'm about 12 years older than Josh, and he's a great coach at 26, and I'm still working to try to get there. You know what I mean? And so those guys are well coached. They're good kids. They play hard, and we were lucky to get out of this with a win, but I'm also really happy for our guys.
Both ball clubs shot 50% or better from the field.
Wow. Well, that doesn't happen very often.
No.
And a lot of times it doesn't happen for us very often. So I'm happy to hear that. But, really appreciate being here. We love coming to the tournament. We love this conference. And it's just a real nice situation for us.
I know we talked about individuals, and you mentioned Luke Fleener, but it was interesting watching him through the course of the week because he didn't score early, and it was no big deal for you.
Right.
Now he needed to score, and he did.
And I think that's one of the biggest difference in this game is we got some production out of Luke, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, like we don't get production. I'm saying that we don't really expect. I mean, Luke's more of a guy that controls the tempo and does some really nice things on the defensive end and the offensive end. So when we start to get points out of him, and he can score.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we see that. When we start to get points out of Luke, we're a better team. And but I don't want to take anything away from Luke because he can light it up too. I mean, there's times, but he's just unselfish, sometimes to a fault, right? And so he's finding the extra guy. Tonight, we needed him to be a little more selfish than he was.
Let's talk a little bit. You got 18 wins as third place finish. 2-3 weeks left in the regular season. So what do you work on from here on?
Well, we turn the ball over too much. That's been a problem for us for the whole year. But we're scoring more now a little bit too. But we constantly got to work on offense. We work a lot more on defense in practice than we do offense. So it's like pick your poison. Should I work on defense and not be real great at offense? Should we work on offense and not be real great at defense? So we're always going to choose the defensive end. It's just kind of my bloodline there, And so we got a lot to work on, but we're going to work towards the regionals, and hopefully we can get a good seed and take it game by game. And so, the next game we have Neoga up there. That's going to be very difficult. Those guys are talented. And then we play Dieterich on Friday, and then we come up back to Altamont on Saturday. So this week is a real tough week. We play a lot of quality teams, but we're excited about where we're going, Greg. I cannot lie. It's a nice situation. I feel excited for the boys, the town, everybody. It's a good deal.
Always a pleasure, Josh.
Great.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do for this tournament. I tell you, these guys are great.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. North Clay coach Josh Zink. Appreciate him on the post-game visit here. North Clay got the win 60-55 over Dieterich. While I have a minute, as I think Josh Crumwade is going to visit with us here in a second, I gave you the team stats, I think. Dieterich, let me double check. 21 of 42 for the Moving Maroons, 50%. 12 of 17 from the line, 71%. 12 turnovers, 15 rebounds. North Clay had a 20 to 15 rebound edge, but they had a bigger rebound edge in the second half. They outboarded Dieterich 11 to 5 in the second half. 5 rebounds for Dieterich in the second half. So nice job by the Cardinals there. And again, not a lot of rebounds because both teams shot the ball so well. Dieterich was 3 of 9 on threes for 33%. So those are the team stats. Individually here for North Clay, what a game for Nick Miller. 8 out of 11 from the field.
Wow.
73%, friends. And he had 3 threes in that. And he finished 2 for 3 from the line. 3 for 5 from the line. And he had 3 rebounds among all those points. Tyson Jones finished 3 for 4, but he hit 3 threes and 3 tries in the second half. And obviously that helped key the Cardinal comeback. He had a couple of rebounds. Alan Reinhart was 3 for 5 from the field for his 6 points with a rebound. Luke Fleener, 4 for 9 from the field, including 2 threes. And he also was 6 for 6 from line, so 16 points and 6 rebounds today. Caden Turner, 1 for 3 from the field, 3 rebounds and 2 points. Trey Smith got a shot down, had a couple of rebounds. Blake Knoll hit a 3 with a rebound. Ethan Bible got to play, and Ian Bailey had a couple of rebounds. 13-11, 24-12 for North Clay's 60 points. And for Dieterich, Evan Bonoff was 3 for 8 from the field, including 2 threes. He had 8 points. Matthew Hunzinger hurt them that he fouled out there at the end. 4 for 6 overall, 2 for 3 each half, in fact. And he was 3 for 4 from the line, so he finished with 11 points, had 3 rebounds. Colin Hartke was 3 for 8 from the field, and went 6 of 8 from the line. So he ended up with 12 points with a couple of rebounds. Cole Nieberge had a good first quarter, good third quarter scoring, and that helped the Maroons a bunch. He finished with 13 points as a result with 5 rebounds. Derek Kuhl, great shooting, 5 for 6 from the field for his 10 points, and then 3 for 4 from the line. So 13 points for him with 5 rebounds. Austin Einhorn got to play, and so did Bryce Booty. 15, 15, 13, and 12 for Dieterich's 55 points. So North Clay, your winner, 60-55. Earlier you said South Central beat Windsor Stew Straws 45-37, and in the consolation championship in a doozy, St. Elmo Brownstown beat Neoga 72-66. So that sets the stage for 7:30 tonight, the championship game between number 1 St. Anthony and number 2 Altamont. And at Altamont, so all bets are off, man.
A lot of folks looking forward to that matchup. It should be a great one, as it is the 1 and 2 seeds. And St. Elmo Brownstown rocked the boat a little bit with theirs. They were the 8th seed, and they wind up winning the consolation championship. But other than that, the seeds pretty much held firm throughout this tournament. As North Clay, the 4, they beat the third-seeded Dieterich in the third-place game. That's not really much of an upset, especially when you throw the blanket over these teams like they were this year. So you come to the NTC, you see something you don't see every day quite a bit, as a couple of the Altamont kids are out there warming up, taking some shots, doing some things here, and the Dieterich cheerleaders are applauding every made shot.
And I'm just now seeing the Dieterich kids come out of the locker room.
And Josh Crumweedy has made his way up towards the booth.
There he is.
So
good.
I will hand the headset over to him.
Thanks, Matt. Again, the final score, North Clay 60, Dieterich 55. We get a chance to visit with Dieterich head coach Josh Crumweedy. Thanks for coming up, Josh. Tough loss, there's no denying it.
We're at a crossroads right now. We've had a lot of ups and downs. We've had some winning streaks. We've had some losing streaks. And over the course of 30-game season, that stuff's going to happen. But coming out of here the way we did, last night we battled. We had a good conversation after the game about how we battled throughout, got down early, and fought to the very end. Today was kind of the opposite. We got up early, and we were unable to fight with that fight that I wanted until the very end. So, again, we're at a crossroads, and quite frankly, if we play like that, and look, North Clay's a good team. They got 18 wins for a reason. But our team is of the understanding that being up by 12 in the second quarter and giving up a lead like that is unacceptable. So the thing we can do is just understand that the season's not over, and this was not a regional semifinal game. It was an important game, but it wasn't a regional semifinal. So we can go 2 different ways right now, and hopefully the boys are willing to go the right way.
Absolutely. It was a very, very good first half for you. Ball shots didn't go as well, and turnovers a problem. And rebounding. The rebounding was tough in the second half.
Obviously, at the end of the game, you become somewhat of a prisoner of the moment, I think. I do anyway. And we foul the guy that we want to foul. And we're down 3, so it's not like we're in a great position anyway. But we have a chance, and we couldn't get the defensive rebound to even give us a chance. We're losing focus, and we allow North Clay kid to step in there and get a rebound, and they get to reset their offense. And that, in a nutshell, is kind of the way we played today, with the exception of those 4 or 5 minutes where we really looked outstanding. So I've been saying it for 3 years. We got to find a way to play a full 32-minute game, and today we played for 6 to 8 minutes. So we just got to keep moving forward, be positive about it.
Absolutely, because the talent's there, and I know that's the most frustrating part for you.
Yeah, I mean, we have some guys that are stepping up, and some other guys that are, for short periods of time, looks like regressing. And it's going to happen. You can't come out and play perfect every game, and you can't coach perfectly every game either. So, there's obviously things that I evaluate of myself and adjustments that we're constantly making as a coaching staff. And we just hope that the players also have that same kind of mindset where they're, understanding that although, we didn't get to the championship game, which we wanted to, we had to turn this game today into our championship game. And some players, quite frankly, did step up for us, and some others, unfortunately, viewed it as a third-place game. And I think we just got to be able to come out, everybody, bench included, everybody enthused and willing to put in the work to win a game like today. We didn't do that.
One thing I do want to touch on is the fact that you shot 50% from the field tonight, and that's a pretty good night.
It's you know, you got to look at some other issues. If you're shooting 50% and not winning, you're having some major issues in some other categories. And you mentioned turnovers. They've been our main issue for the course of the season, and we have to get better at that. We knew North Clay was going to come out with some energy. You know, that's the way that Zink gets those guys to play, and he does a really good job. Their kids just really wanted to win, and you could tell from the bench, you could tell on the timeouts that were called. Certainly we had our moments, but they just happened to go on a few too many runs for us today for us to, be in a position to win at the end.
So you've given us a good picture of how things stand right now. With that thought, where do you go this last 2 or 3 weeks here?
Well, like I told the kids after the game, we were 3-3 last year, and obviously it's a new season, new year, new players, but we were able to rip off a bunch of wins last year after we were 500 after 6 games. Now, this is later in the season. This is when you're supposed to be putting yourself in postseason form. And, so right now, it's not going to get any easier for us. If you look forward to our schedule, you'll see that we're at St. Elmo Brownstown, who comes in and plays a very good tournament as an 8 seed. And at their place, they're always tough, okay? So that's our next game. Then we play North Clay at home on Friday. And it's going to be much of the same if we're not fully prepared for that. So going 2-0 next week, if we're able to do that, and Friday night we're able to have conversations about how we kind of dug ourselves out of this little hole that we're in, then I know my kids are on the right track. We look forward to being, going 2-0 next week, but we also know that those teams are really competitive. And it's not just going to be handed to us. So next week is going to be really a true test of where our team is going to go.
Stepping back conference-wise, I think everybody now knows why it was so tough to seed this year's tournament.
Yeah, today we had some really close games.
Yeah.
The Neoga game was close. I'm not sure how close the South Central game was, but I think it was pretty close for the most part. So teams were battling today. No team in this conference is going to give in no matter what their records are, no matter what their seeds are. And you may as well just throw the seeds out on a day like today when teams are just got to come here and try to win one game, because nobody's going to give in, and that's what's so great about our conference. It's what's so great about the coaches that lead these teams from other schools in our conference, is that they're going to do the best that they can to get their kids prepared. And everybody, gets paid to coach for a reason. Everybody looks forward to opportunities like today, and like I said earlier, nobody's going to hand it to us, and we just got to know that moving forward. Sometimes we have to take the initiative and take it instead of expecting just to come in and win a game.
I appreciate you coming up. It's always a pleasure. Josh, thank you for the visit.
Thank you, Greg.
You bet. Josh Crumwitty, Dieterich Moving Maroons head coach. Final score here today. Tough loss for Dieterich as North Clay comes from behind to get the win, 60-55. Again, earlier today, South Central beat Windsor's Two Straws 45-37 in the 7th place game. St. Elmo Brownstown won the consolation championship game 72-66. So we've had an 8-point game, we've had a 6-point game, we've had a 5-point game, and who knows what we'll have tonight.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a great day, a great final day here at the 84th Annual NTC Tournament. No, I'm looking forward to it. I know you are, too.
Absolutely. That's going to do it as far as what we're doing here right now, but I do really quickly want to send it back to the sports desk, see what Brian Dust might have in the way of any scores.
We do have just a couple of other girls varsity basketball scores, but they do involve area teams. St. Anthony fell today as Paris defeated St. A 58-51. Again, this is in girls basketball. A nice win for the Effingham Lady Hearts after playing last night. They come back today with a win over Mount Zion, 64-38. And one other girls score, Charleston with the easy win over Mattoon, 62-38. And one more reminder, happy days for the Illini fans, as in men's college basketball, Illinois defeated Maryland 78-67. That's your scores.
Thank you, Brian. For any Effingham Hearts boys fans that might be listening, they are just getting started in their game at Fairfield. That game just got scheduled these past few days to make up for the game that was not played, the third-place game at the Salem tournament. So they got this game scheduled at Fairfield. So that varsity game's just now getting underway. Fairfield won the JV game. So 7:30 tonight, it'll be St. Anthony and Altamont here at Altamont Community High School. You can hear it on 97.9 XFM, and you can see it on YouTube. Thank you, Matt.
Hey, my pleasure, and always a good time to work with you and Wayne and Brian and Kenna and whoever else is back at the studios helping out.
Without a doubt. For all those people, I'm Greg Sapp. Enjoy your evening, but be back with us at 7:30. Good afternoon, everybody.